Hey, 80K Performance Community, it is Colin bringing you this week's Coach's Corner, and this week we're going to talk about plateaus. I got a couple really good feedback about some questions parents want answered, and this is one that what should I do if my athlete is in a plateau? To be honest, we don't see it a lot. We don't see a lot of plateaus in our speed and agility and our strength training programming, and mainly because we don't have athletes here with us long enough. It's usually about 12 weeks max, and then a season starts or into school or a new sport starts, and we lose them for the most part, and they're kind of in an in-season maintenance phase. So it doesn't happen a lot. If you feel like your athlete is in a plateau because they're training throughout the year, you got to look at a few different things. How stressed are they? How are they overtraining? Right? They're just not unable to get more out of their body because they're just overtrained. What's their nutrition look like? If they're doing a lot of training and they're just not eating enough, and we've talked about this before, 75% of athletes just don't eat enough every day just to sustain kind of living, never mind elite performance. So we got to look at their nutrition, and then we got to look at sleep and stress. Those are two really big areas that I would look at first before looking at maybe tweaking programming. When it comes to programming, most of our athletes are novice to intermediate lifters, and it takes our beginners can add weight pretty much every week for 12 weeks, and then our intermediate athletes, it may be a week to week thing. So you're hitting plateaus because you're trying to add weight every week. You're just beyond that. You're beyond that beginner phase, and you got to now look at adding in more warm up sets and being a lot more prescriptive with your loading, and our coaches can help you with that. So those are some big ideas to think about with your athlete, and if they're plateauing. When you look at speed training, similar idea. We typically don't see it because we just don't have the athletes here long enough to keep that going, and then they come back and we get their speed back, and then we can kind of usually always keep improving if they come in and do the work. So hope that helps. If you have any questions or your athlete needs help working through a plateau, reach out to me. Love to chat.